We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready? Panther 60. 60 Eagles. 6. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the return this time will go after the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing to start the drive. Freeman finds Pickens out right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Freeman. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass complete there to Harrison. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
Off play action. Freeman. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Check, man. Come on, come on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the race.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cowboy 80. Go.
2nd and 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they go with Brooks. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
70 Lions.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fighting his way through contact. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
6. Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
6 yards. That's good. For our Lions. First down.
Ready.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Maybe you on that rapid pay the bills. Now I'm better, not even a little bit. Oh, Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Want to do it, we can do it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Freeman. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Come on, come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going right back to Ferguson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Ready up.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Let's go now. 18, 18 Cardinal, 8. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. Go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Now the extra point try forthcoming. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll look to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 61 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Come on. Hit. 19 Tiger. Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Stephanie! Panther 60, Panther 60. Cougar 19.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Cougar 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
From the gun on 3rd down. Freeman working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
4 yards. That's good for a Cardinals.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
First and 10.
Back to throw. Freeman. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sorry, it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 70 Lions.
Looking to throw. Freeman. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cup 19, Cup 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a loose football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble.
60 Bobcats, 60
They'll look to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
60 by.
From the gun on 3rd down. Freeman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Freeman. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jonathan Brooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This to Laporta, right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Ready?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Little to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70. Go.
Operating from the gun. Freeman. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
70 range, 70 range. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun. Freeman. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Lions'
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go now. Viking 18. Get up.
One more time with Brooks. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Come on, come on.
2nd and 5. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Dragon 6, Panther 60.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's complete to Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that would go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power and running. They decided to turn it loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Right back to him on first down. Down the left sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go now.
Now they try the right side here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Second and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Come on.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time. And
he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
For the extra point.
No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Lions 35.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Freeman. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Second and 20. Back to throw. Freeman. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. Looking to throw. Freeman. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 111 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down and inches. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Here we go. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On the jump.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
Warrior 17. Cup 19. Cup 19.
He'll drop to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Okay, break. Hey, smash Broncos.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Come on. Hey.
In motion, the tight end.
70.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Lions 42, Cardinals 37.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Cougar 19. Go.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Ready, ready.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Stephanie! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
29-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
For the 2-point conversion.
Warrior 70. Ready.
They'll try and throw for him. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
43. Lions 42.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
1st down, Lions.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And room there to work it inside the 25.
8 yards on the pickup.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule, coach? Always about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he did knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So for the Cardinals, they use